Afternoon guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to another video. I did put a little community post up earlier about this. I haven't uploaded this week, so I've come down to Hobbs Parker, Ashford Car Market, see if we can buy a little bargain with a few little problems, get the problems sorted out, get it turned around and flip the car and hopefully make a profit. It's been quite a while since I come to the auction and bought a straight car, but I did used to come down here quite a lot on a Monday or a Wednesday evening. So the auction starts at 5 o'clock. We're going to go and have a walk around the cars now. Anything I like the look of, I'll obviously film, and we'll see how we get on with bidding on them. I've just popped in the office, guys, to ask for a catalogue, and they're not actually ready yet. The auction doesn't start till 5. Last time we come, it was actually 4 o'clock, so we're way early. It's only actually about 3:30, and they really don't have a lot going through the auction. What have we got out here? We've got 5 rows out here, and one of them's only 2 cars deep, but the others are all sort of 5 cars deep, and then inside they've got 4 or 5 rows, so really not a lot of cars. We're not going to be down here very long, but fingers crossed we do find a little bargain. There's something down here that I can get my hands on and get it turned around. So I'll be back shortly once I've found something I like the look of. So guys, I've just stumbled across this 59 plate Zetec S diesel. I don't actually think it is a Zetec S. It's just got all the bits on it, a bit like the last red one that we had. It's got the towing eye cover cap missing there. We've got the side skirt hanging off. The wheels are terrible. They're all pitted and they look like they've been hand painted. It is a diesel, done 106, I think it said on there. The wheels do want a refurb, but as you know, that's not a problem for us. Got the rear PDCs, got the spoiler, got the Zetec S bumper. The wheel, again, terrible, and the quarter panel's all stoved in. But this is an unrecorded car, and as you know, I'll get the paintwork done fairly cheap, so we're probably looking at about £200 worth of paint. Again, a wheel refurb, they all do need doing, but all in all, the car does actually look, unfortunately they lock them, but the car does actually look quite nice, apart from obviously all the marks and dings around it. So I'm gonna have a bid on this car, and I think if it's around £700, I'd be interested, because it's diesel. It is sold as seen. You know, you are taking a chance. It may have something wrong with it, but it's got aircon, spare key, it's got part service history, so I would have a little punt on that car. It is a 1400 one because it's the 59, it's quite old, and I think there is a profit to have in that car. So there's one that we're putting on the list. I'm going to have a look at. Really unusual to see this going through the auction, guys. Normally it is all quite modern and late cars, and we got quite excited when we saw this, because I'd love to buy something like this for the channel and do a load of restoration work on it and just get it back to mint condition. And as you can see all the way around it, it really is quite a nice tidy car. It's got the usual pickling along the tailgates here, but these are available now, you can get them, but this one would repair okay. And round this side it looks really nice, and I would have loved to have bought this car today and started doing a few videos on it. You can see they really are lovely. I really do like these. And then you get round to the front, and Chris started reading it. It's actually a category C, so it has been previously damage repaired. There's no obvious signs of where it was damage repaired. I should think in a car this old, if it was bumped very lightly, it will be written off. But it's an 89 or an 88 on an F. I'm sure it is 89. Let's have a look. Where are we looking? Yeah, it's an 89 on an F reg. MOT 23rd of June 20. 3.5 petrol automatic with 99,000 miles on it. And Cat C 24th of July 2014. Guys, that's such a shame. I know I deal in salvage cars and normally it wouldn't bother me, but when it comes to the resale of something like this, I'm sure it would affect it. You know, I'm quite gutted about that, because I'd have loved to have bid and tried to buy this car today and done a lovely video of me driving it home, but Yeah, as you can see, there's hardly anything here at all. There's literally 4 rows in here. Some of them, like this row here, it's only 3 deep. This row here, 1, 2, you got 3 deep. That one there's, it's just literally hardly any cars here at all. So the auction will go very, very quickly this evening. I'm going to come back, guys, once we are sitting down and the auction does go live, and I'll do a bit of recording there for you. So guys, me and Chris are down at the auction today. He's run me down here on the hope that I can actually drive something back. So he fancied a day out at the auction. I did as well, so we've come down. We've just been and had a cup of coffee and a bite to eat, and we've been chatting about this car, and I am going to have a bid on it. I'm not going to go crazy, but if this car is worth the money, I'm not going to let the cat see affect me too much, and I am going to have a little bid on it and see if we can win it. I've just been speaking to a car dealer that I know, and he said this has actually been through about 10 times. It never meets the reserve. So hopefully they are getting annoyed with it not meeting the reserve, and we get a little bid on it and hopefully try and win it today. I am looking around it. It is going to want a bit of work. Like, somebody's put this silly badge on the bonnet, and you've got another, not quite sure what that is on there, but it clearly had one that side as well, maybe a little light bar or something like that. But once I hear it run and I know that it all runs okay and sounds really nice, I am going to have a little bid on it. So they are those 2 cars I showed you, and there's a little Corsa outside, and I'm going to walk back to the Corsa now. It has got dark. It is obviously the winter months now, and it gets dark very quick. So I'm going to walk out, give you a quick little walk around that. You're not going to see much, but I'll explain what's wrong with it and that I'm going to have a bid on it. So guys, this is the little Corsa. I've got Chris holding his torch out, giving me a bit of a hand. It's just a little 1.2 or 1.4 Corsa, and it's got it's had little repairs done on it, and they're not brilliant. Like the paint here, it's got all marks actually in the paint, and you can see that the bonnet's got no chips or anything like that on it. So it's obviously been painted. The end of the wing mirrors here, you can see they've all been done silver, and they shouldn't be silver, so somebody has painted them as well. And there's a few little scars in the paint and marks. Up here in the quarter, there's a bit of a dent here, and then further down there's quite a bad dent here, and you can tell just by the marks on it somebody has punched that out and tried to get that a bit better. So there is various marks along that side, and obviously the bonnet may flat and polish. When you get round to the bumper this side, you can see this mark, and when you rub your hand on it you can feel it's actually been sprayed with a spray can, and it doesn't quite match, and there's all blemishes in it. So if this little car goes through, reasonably cheap. It's quite low mileage, Chris, isn't it? What did it say?
90 something.
Oh, it's 90,000, but I think this is a little 1495 car done. So I'm going to have a little bid. I haven't decided what I'm going to pay for it yet, but there's no major faults. It's got history with it. It's got the spare keys, and it's an SXI model, so it's got the alleys and aircon, etc. So this will be the 3rd car that we're bidding on. I'm going to go and take a seat now, guys, and the auction's just about to start, and obviously I'll come back when I'm bidding on something, and hopefully Chris is going to do a bit of recording of me putting my hand up, doing the bidding, and I can tie all that into this video. I hope you do all enjoy it. Yeah, guys, the auction actually hasn't started yet, and I thought I'd take this opportunity to show you guys what it is like being at the car auction and what's entailed. Basically, this is a seating area, as you would expect, and what you'll see is quite a lot of dealers standing around these bars, people that have really come to buy quite a few cars. They'll be hanging around down here, walking around the cars. They'll follow them in from when they come in now so that they can hear them, and the auctioneers will be up here. The TV screen will say what car it is that's on the block at the moment, and by the block, as soon as the car comes in and it's parked here, the car is on the block. I appreciate a lot of you do already know that, but for those of you that don't, this is how it works. There'll be 2 gentlemen up here taking turns doing the auction, and there'll be 1 lady down here who will be running around taking people's deposits before you go into the office and pay for the cars. They take the deposits here on a card machine, so that the dealer that's here buying a car is able to continue bidding on the next car. But we're going to plot ourselves up somewhere. The auction starts in about 5 or 10 minutes, and hopefully we've got those 3 cars. I'm not saying we're going to get anywhere near that Range Rover. Like I said, it has been through quite a number of times and it's not meeting the reserve what the people want. So yeah, I'm going to be going in and out as well. When they start up that little Fiesta, I really want to hear it, because that little Fiesta is actually it's not sold with it. Sorry, they have an option in there which is sold with no major faults, or sold as is where is, and that car is sold as seen, where is, as is. So I do want to hear it start up. I want to hear it driving, just to make sure that I'm not buying a load of work. I don't want to bid on the car if it's just going to outweigh the profit that I'm going to earn on it. So I'll be back shortly. So we are just getting ready to start the auction now, guys. It is running a bit late today. I'm going to film the first car going through, which will be this Astra here. I'm not going to film too much of it because it is very, very noisy and you will struggle to hear anything due to the fact that it is so loud. It will probably be quite muffled on the phone. So I'm going to come back, video this one going through, and then wait till the cars come through that I want to bid on, and Chris will do that, be pointing the camera at me while I'm bidding on them cars.
Car here. This is a private sale by a local owner who has had the car since 2009. It's had one deal owner since 2009. It's MOT until next January. Sounds really well. Well cared for, clean little car. Don't let it slip from the net there. Just a good, clean little cheapie, I'd say. Nice little clean, cheap car. With a good MOT left on it. Registered in January 08. And 2 owners to do. One local owner for the past 10 years. That's who's selling it. Lot 700. I can put it straight in at £100 on 150, 50 bid, 150, 75, 200, 25, 225, and 50, and 75, 275, selling me at medium, 275, gone away, 275.
So guys, that one sold for 275 plus the fees. Let me just have a look what the fees, what was it? The fees on that car will be £125. So cheap little car if you wanted a cheap little run around, but just wasn't enough left in it for us. Long time of year for this one, I think.
2020, lot 713. There we are then, September 06. It goes in weekly at 400 bid, 400, 400 pounds, 450. 500.
I'm just looking, guys, at this Renault going through the block, and as you can see there, a little silver Corsa that I was going to bid on is there. You probably can't hear it over this bloke's voice, but it's very, very rattly, so I won't be bidding on that car. You can hear it now, guys. Very, very rattly car. I won't be buying that. So little Fiesta's going for an hour, guys.
S 19 TDCI 122. Here we are then, 159 C10 S90 diesel MOT. Where do we for it? No, I can do better than that. 500 90 TDCI 122. Here we are then, 159 Z10 S90 diesel MOT. Where do we for it? No, I can do better than that. 500 600, 700, 800, 800 pounds, 800 quid, 800 pounds, 900 pounds, 900 pounds. Sold here at 900 pounds. Sold away there at 900 pounds. Sure, done, sold, fair warning. Oh, 900 pounds. 700, 800, 800 pounds, 800 quid, 800 pounds, 900 pounds.
Unbelievable.
900 pounds. Sold here at 900 pounds. Sold away there at 900 pounds. Sure, done, sold, fair warning. Oh, 9. Straight square one. ODFI, 99,000 miles, MOT June 2020, last over since 94. I have got several standoff bids with it. I've got 3,800 down to with me. 9.
3.8 already. 3.9.
39, 4,000.
Yeah, we're out. We're out.
4,000 pounds. 4,100. 41,200.
Be nice to know what it does, mate.
42 bid. 42 bid. Give us a minute at 4,200 pounds. At 42 bid. You're out here then. It's in the middle of the hand at 42. Myself and Christian at 42. Fair morning. Original 42.
4.2. So guys, yeah, that was a little bit disappointing. I mean, I haven't been down there for quite a long time, so I literally thought I'll have a run down there, have a little bit of lunch and a catch up with Chris and see if there was anything on there really worth bidding on, and just basically trying to buy something to earn a few quid on, and obviously for a bit of content for you guys. I didn't actually mark the cars, but those cars that I went round, that little Vauxhall Corsa that I was bidding on, sounded absolutely atrocious when they brought it in onto the block. It just sounded terrible. It was tapping like mad. It was obviously starved of oil, and I just don't want to get involved. It needed paintwork as well. The little Fiesta, I said around £700. I would have liked to have paid for that car. It wanted £300–400 worth of paint, and that car was not guaranteed. So down there they do two different categories. One is guaranteed to be a decent car, and obviously one is unguaranteed. And when you buy one that's guaranteed, you get an hour to completely go over the car, and if you're not happy, they will give you a full refund. Well, obviously that car, it made £900 plus the fees, so that's £1,050. And then you've never driven the car, you don't know what point the clutch is at, what sort of percentage is left on the clutch, and you don't really know no history about it. And you could see by the state of the wheels, you know, it hadn't really been looked after. Someone just kept going over the top and over the top of the scratches on the wheels. And that old Land Rover, me and Chris had a chat and we said, do you know what, we'd both like to buy that car and have it as a bit of a project. Chris is really into his classic Land Rovers anyway, but I actually purchased one of those cars about 2 years ago from someone. It had been sat for a long time, and I'll give £500 for it. I cleaned it up, got it running, put it on eBay, and it only made £1,100. But obviously they have gone a little bit further forward now, and they're starting to creep up there. But I don't know if you noticed in the video, I only caught a little bit of it, but the smoke was actually only coming out of one exhaust, and it was like pure steam. So obviously that car has got a bit of an issue as well, like maybe a head gasket gone. And that sold for £4,200 on approval. So they haven't actually got that, they actually wanted more. And I didn't notice until I looked in the catalogue, the guide price was actually set at £5,000. So that was just way too much. Yeah, that really is the end of the video. I really do hope you enjoy it. It's another part of what I used to do, and it's a part of me as what I do, and I really wanted to show you guys. Some people have never ever set foot in an auction. I've got quite a lot of subscribers that come through on the Land Rover build that I did, the engine, and they said, we don't even know how to fix cars, we got recommended this, and they're kind of hooked on the channel. They love what I do, and they really like watching it. So do you know what, there's nothing lost at all by me going down and doing this. I appreciate, as usual, it's not going to be everybody's cup of tea, but some people may find this really interesting, and if they ever do go to the car auction, they sort of half do know what to expect now. So that will be the end of today's video. Thank you very much for watching, I really do appreciate it. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing. Give it a thumbs up, it really does help the channel grow. And as usual, leave your comments in the comment section and I'll try my hardest to get back to you. Guys, I do know, just quickly, I did upload a video and then I pulled it down. I didn't actually mean to upload that video. It was just an update on the Ferrari. I wasn't happy with the video. I'd covered the microphone, quite a bit of it was quiet. Then I started going on about working on my house. I was waffling on, as I say, too much. So I decided not to put that video up. What I did say in that video though, is if you don't know already, Cars for Paul, he did come down and visit me. I've done a repair on his car for him, and he's always given me mentions when I first started my YouTube channel, and I thought it's the right thing to do and really nice thing to do is to give Paul a shout out today. And it's Cars for Paul, guys, and if you haven't already had a look at his channel, please go over there, have a little look, show some love and some support, and you know, send him a message. I really would appreciate it. Like I said, when I started out, Paul really did help me out. He used to plug me quite a lot, and quite a lot of my early subscribers come over from Paul's channel, so I really do appreciate that. And I've kind of overtook him now, and it'd be nice to give Paul some support back. It'd be really nice. So yeah, thank you very much, guys. That will be the end, and I will see you later in the week for an update. I've got loads planned, and I am bidding like crazy tomorrow on a lot of cars, so look forward to some more uploads this week. Thank you very much.